This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Pursue Fitness Sportswear. And once again, for a second week running, I'm delighted to be joined by the big cheese, Ted Cheeseman. How are you keeping, Ted?
Yeah, all good, mate. You?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. Obviously, we've come up for the announcement press conference for your bout with Scott Fitzgerald. Just talking about the fight now, and obviously seeing him face to face for the first time with the fight being announced.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to get the training out of the way with and getting on the night now. I'm looking forward for it. It's always a horrible bit when you know you still got like 7 weeks left training, and like I'm fit already. I'm ready to go. I just need to obviously push a bit harder now in training as it's getting more closer. Start maintaining it right to make sure I peak and make weight properly, and that's all I'm looking forward to now. I just want to get the fight here now.
Obviously, you had that rivalry with Anthony Fowler. I know that fight isn't happening, but you had that rivalry. Scott had that rivalry with Anthony. What's the rivalry like between yourself and Scott?
I think it's more of back to the old boxing of it's a gentleman's sport. We both got respect for each other. We both know we're good fighters, and it's about turning up on a night. There's no sort of bad blood between us. It's just let's do the business.
Do you think you may miss that little bit of a disliking between each other, the way that you may have had with previous opponents, the way that you had with Anthony, as I've touched on? Do you think maybe you'll miss that little bit, which will give you that bit more motivation?
Nah, not really. I think as a boxer, you got to know you've always got to train hard, no matter who it is and what fight it is. But the thing that's giving me the extra motivation is I know how much this win will mean to me and my career. So that's the main thing that's pushing me hard in this fight.
I've seen a few people over social media suggest that maybe Scott won't be able to motivate himself as much as what he did for Anthony Fowler because they had that huge rivalry dating back to their GB days. Is that something that maybe you think could be a cause as well, or play a part in the fight, in the build-up?
I'm not sure. I don't know Scott personally to know how his moods, sets is and whatever. I know him because I've been up the GB on assessments for years ago and spoke to him then, but we ain't got a personal friendship or anything. It's just we both know we're good fighters and we're both pushing for the same thing, but we're both highly motivated to get the win. He probably thinks he's going to win and I'm highly confident I'll win, but that's just how it is in boxing.
How much pressure do you feel on yourself on the back of the defeat for the European title against Garcia and then the draw with Kieran Conway? How much pressure are you feeling on yourself to get a positive result this time?
For me, there's no pressure from the public and everything, as everyone's sort of lost a little bit of belief in me and don't think, and they're not as confident that I'm going to get the win. So for me, it's my own mental pressure to put on myself to make sure I'm motivated to get the win, to prove everyone wrong, and that's what's helping me most in this fight, because I know and I believe in my own ability and stuff, and that's why I can't wait for fight night to come to shut a lot of people up.
How do you see the fight playing out between yourselves, and how do you see your styles gelling or clashing?
The styles would gel well because Fitzgerald ain't an out-and-out counter-puncher. He's going to stand and fight at certain points, and I think my experience over the rounds will play a big part, and it's how he handles that himself, because he ain't done the 12-round distance, so we'll see how he handles it.
And a couple of quick things I just wanted to touch on. This past weekend, Sergey Kovalev defeated Andi. I know last week when I interviewed you, you sat on the fence a little, you didn't know which way it would go. Now the fight's happened, what was your thoughts on it?
I sat on the fence last week, but that's how I believed it would go. But obviously I didn't want to go against another British fighter. But obviously I don't think you can jump that big of a level from sort of fighting European journeyman to a world level fighter. Even though Kovalev is probably past his best and it's not the best Kovalev in there, and if you're going to beat him, that's probably the best time to beat him. But Yarde ain't fought no one at all really as a pro, only journeyman sort of. Maybe people who've had more wins than losses, but they're not top fighters who are coming in with a big ambition to win. And I think as much as he never had them fights against the Frank Buglioni, the Jose Burtons or stuff, I think maybe if he had them fights, he might have had the experience he needed in there on Saturday. But look, he got in there, he took the risk, he got paid a lot of money, and he's probably got what he wants out of the sport. So now all he can do is come back, back to the drawing board, work on a few things, pick up another couple of wins, get another big fight, and he's up where he had that big round in the 8th. People obviously believing he's that level, so he will get another big fight, and that's what it's about.
And finally, this weekend, Luke Campbell dares to be great when he challenges a pound-for-pound contender in Vasyl Lomachenko. Your thoughts on that fight as well?
I think this is a really good fight for Luke. I don't obviously. Lomachenko is probably one of my favourite fighters right now, and I don't believe Luke's going to beat him yet. But I think it will be a lot closer than what people think it will be, because Lomachenko suits to Luke Campbell's preferred style of fighting. Do you get what I mean? He likes to have a chess match and against other fighters, and sort of that's how Lomachenko fights. And I think it's going to be a bit of a clash of styles, and they're both going to be waiting for one another to make mistakes. And I don't think it'll be over so early and quick as is what a lot of people are saying. And it maybe could go the distance, but obviously I just think Lomachenko is a special fighter.
Well, Ted Cheeseman, for a second week running, I appreciate your time, and thanks to myself and Boxing Social.
No problem, thanks a lot.